Aye, Shepherd's Pie, greetings from the Philippines. Welcome back to the channel for a greeting from the roosters. For what is going to be a sad day for me today, really, which is a bit surprising, because I'm saying goodbye to my baby. So this will be a stroke review and a farewell to my wheels for the last few months in the Philippines. I have been driving a Yamaha Mio Gravis. Now, as I've said when I did my last, if you can call it a scooter review, I am not an expert on motorbikes or scooters. Some people get annoyed when I call them motorbikes. I really don't think it matters. What's in a word, eh? But there you go. We can be pedantic if we like. So yeah, this is going to be controversial in the sense that I'm not an expert, and a lot of people seem to have strong views on scooters, and they're going to tell me this and that about Yamahas versus Hondas. But I've been here just over a year now, 14 months, and I have driven a variety of bikes. I've had a couple of Hondas. I had a Honda over in Sikil. It was a small thing. I think it was a 115. Don't know what make it was. I've had a Yamaha 125, a Honda Click 125i. I've had my Yamaha Mio Gravis, which I'm going to show you now. And I've had a NMAX, which I think was a 155. And of all of them, the NMAX was the best. The NMAX was the best. I was still giving thought to getting an NMAX myself, but the NMAX is an expensive bike. So, you know, it's 150,000 when I was looking in the dealership yesterday. Now, the Mio Gravis I'm going to look at now, or show you now, is a 93,000. 93,000 you can get one of these for in the place where Ellen's got her bike. So you're not comparing like for like. You're not comparing like for like. The Gravis is a much cheaper bike. Now, I didn't like the Honda. I've not liked the Hondas I've driven. They've not done it for me. Now, a lot of people keep saying, well, Hondas are the best bikes for the Philippines, and maybe you're right. People say they're the best selling bikes in the Philippines, but I wonder if that's because they're cheaper. I know a couple of people who I respect when it comes to bikes, like, you know, garage owners and that, and they told me the Yamaha's better. But you say, I'm not trying to be controversial here. I'm just saying how I find it. Of all the bikes I've driven in the Philippines, with the exception of the NMAX, which costs a lot more, the Gravis has been by far the best. Anyway, I've talked on a bit now. Let's have a look at the bike. Hi, Shepherd's Pie. So we thought we would take Rosie out for one last run along the road. I've got someone hiding behind me here. She doesn't want to be seen. I don't know if this will make the video. The sound might not be any good, but if it does, it does. But yeah, we're going to go now, and you can see what she's like, because she's a good bike on the road, but she's not bad off the road. I'll just hand it to my lovely assistant. No, take the handle. That's it. Here we are. Right.
Yeah, but it's you have to record it.
So this is my baby. Now, I've grown quite attached to her, to be honest with you. It is a she. She's done me proud. She's done me proud. She's a bit tattered and torn. I was going to buy her. I came very close to buying her. I should have done, because I could have had her for... it's a bit dirty. I haven't washed it, but there you go. That's me. I could have had her for, I think it was 45,000. And I should have done, because I've probably paid that in rent almost by now. But I didn't, because I didn't have my driving licence sorted. I didn't want to have problems with the paperwork, and the paperwork in this one is not the same paperwork as the actual owner of the bike, and I just got into my head that if I was going to do something, I would buy something new. But this is her. As I say, it's a bit embarrassing because I haven't cleaned her, and I'm probably not going to clean her, because the guy I am taking it back to, Ray, he never gives them to me clean, so I'm just returning the favour. But I will give it with a full tank of petrol. So, what do I like about this bike? Well, I'll tell you straight away, I like the box. Now, obviously, you won't necessarily get a box with the one you're buying, but you can get them fitted. But the box is nice. The box is nice. We're probably going to get a box on the new one that Ellen's got, which we'll be picking up today, but that will be another video. To open the seat, you just click the button there. Up she comes. Now that's what I like about this straight away. You've got a nice space under here. It is a lot bigger than the space in the Mio we had the other day. You can fit quite a bit of shopping in there, no problem at all, which is a very nice touch. It is a comfortable ride. It's got a much smaller footwell than the Mio that we've just bought, or rather Ellen has just bought. But this is a nice powerful bike for what it is, a 125. It just feels more comfortable. The suspension feels a lot better than it does on the Fazio, to me. A lot better. There's no comparison to me. But there you go. I am no bike expert. You turn it on there. It's always difficult to start the bike when I'm holding on to the phone, because you've got to keep your phone on the. You've got to keep phone on the hand on the brake. And how am I going to do this? I'm going to do it like this. Hold on. There she goes. Now she starts first time. The only I did have a problem with her in the early days, because there was a short somewhere in the ignition switch, so a few times she didn't start. But since I took it back to Ray and he sorted that out, it's been fine. But yeah, it's a nice bike. It's a nice bike. Fuel goes in there. It's a simple bike. It's got a nice little display on it. It does what it says on the tin, but it is a nice drive. I mean, it's I've had no problems with this at all. The wheels, I say I'm no technical guy, but the wheels are bigger on this than they are on the Fazio. People who've been watching the channel will know we've got some terrible roads where we are. You've either got to go the back way through the jungle, or you got to go down the dirt track, which is rapidly eroding. And of all the bikes I've had since I've been here, this one has coped with it by far the best. Now I know if I had, like, you know, an off-road bike or something with gears, a motorcycle, it'd be a lot easier. But we're buying a bike based on driving around the city, because I don't intend to be here for much longer. I think we've got about 5 months left on the contract now, then we're gone. So I'm not going to buy an off-road bike just for living here. The lights are good on this. No expert, I don't know. I ran out of things to say. But I will be sad to see her go. I honestly, from the bikes I've rented here and the people's bikes I've ridden, you know, there have been a couple of times where I've ridden people's bikes back for them when I've had a few too many drinks. The only bikes that I've had that have been better than this or felt more comfortable to drive were a Xerox and an M-Max, which are both Yamahas. they would just come to us, but they're much more expensive bikes. I mean, I think the Xerox is 125, 130,000 pesos. With this, you're comparing it price range. It's a little bit more than the Click, which is why I think the Click is probably more popular over here. But didn't like the Click. Don't know. I've driven a couple. I know a lot of people swear by Clicks. You know, a lot of people in the channel say Hondas are fantastic bikes. They probably know more about scooters than I do. But I've liked this bike. I've enjoyed her. You know, I will be very sorry to see her go today. I may end up buying her again. I don't know. I mean, there's a few little cracks and things on here, but that's peanuts. You know, to get those fixed, you get that sanded down and sprayed, or you could get it like, you know, get a new thing for it. You're not talking probably more than about 4,000 or 5,000 pesos to replace all the plastics on here if you wanted to. These scuffs in it on here, they're not me. I haven't had an accident on this, but I did have an accident on my first Honda Click, which was my fault. I cracked all the plastic down there. Whole panel that had to be replaced. I think it was 2,700. I mean, the plastics and the bumpers and the bits on here, they don't really cost anything at all. As long as you got not damaged the frame, you know, very cheap the bikes over here to get fixed up. But there you go. That is the Honda Mio Gravis. What else do I like about it? Well, it just does what you want it to do. As I say, I am no bike man. I keep saying it at the risk of being repetitive. But it is a nice bike to drive. It is comfortable. And there have been a couple of times where Filipino friends of mine have driven it back for me. And one of Ellen's friends, she's got a Click. Or was it a Beat? Anyway, she's got a Honda, swears by it. A few months ago we were out. I'd wanted to have a few drinks, so I asked her if she'd drive my bike back if I drank, and her boyfriend was going to drive her bike back. So they did that. And the first thing she said when she got off it, she said, "It's a nice bike. It's a nice drive." And it is. If I buy a bike over here, it will be one of these, or it'll be an M-Max. Possibly a Xerox or Aerox. Am I saying that right, Aerox? I don't know. But I've driven one of them before, and that was a nice bike, and a friend of mine's got one and he rates it. But yeah, there you go. I think it's dirty, but I'll show you the undercarriage just in case any of you technical bods know what you're looking at. I say I'm pretty sure this is a 125i. Yeah, it's a nice bike. I tell you, I can't recommend one of these highly enough. Now, I haven't driven loads of bikes, but if there is a scooter for under 100,000 pesos that's a better drive than this on, you know, roads and going around the city, I haven't come across it yet. And looking at the reviews, as I say, Hondas seem to be really popular over there, but I know a few people who've had Hondas who've had problems. I don't know anyone with a Yamaha who doesn't talk highly of them, but maybe they've been lucky. I don't know, you know, it wasn't a big sample. But anyway, I've spoken too much now. I've gone on. That's it. Goodbye, darling. I do love her, but it's time to say goodbye. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be great if you subscribed. If you liked the video, it'd be great if you smashed the like button. And as I say to you, I'm no expert, but if you are thinking of buying a scooter in the Philippines and you're in your market for the 90 to 100,000 pesos new, I would strongly recommend the Mio Gravis. Anyway, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, stay safe, be lucky.